Note! fruity, 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 fruity. Ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-down.
and welcome to Game Night on Tuesday the 27th of September. It's time for some Danger Zone. Hope everyone is doing well. Well done to... I wasn't even paying attention to who won that game. I think it was Mark. Well done to Mark on winning a Plinko right there. Message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Power to the Danger Zone. Hashtag it gotta be salmon, always salmon. Also, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening to you, Puzzle Dad. Thank you very much for the 17-month subscription right there. Very grateful to you. And also very many thanks to Samster for gifting out that tier 1 sub to Jack Wilfred. It is sort of the second half of September, so I think gifted subs are like 25% cheaper at the moment. So that's a thing. If you want to make anything of that information. Thank you very much to 8 Minky for that question pack. Really lovely pack. I did enjoy proving that one. So it was a lot of fun to be playing some very fair questions in there. So I hope you all enjoyed it as well. So I do feel like ass-springs. I really do. I mean, there is a non-zero chance that it's COVID. My cellist had it, but she thinks she got it from her son. But the thing is, the last couple of weeks I have been I've been not sleeping particularly well. I've been like struggling to get up in the morning, like not getting out of bed till like 8, 8:30. I assumed it was a combination of sort of back to school, so all the students are back at uni and Dylan's back at school, and just sort of generally just being busy again after a summer of relative quiet. But say my cellist has got, I know quite a few people who've had it recently, so I don't know if it is, and I haven't done a test because A, they're not free, and B, if it is COVID, well, this week is too busy for me to not go out and do stuff, so that's what it is. I'm wearing a green shirt with a black t-shirt. I'm not quite sure if it's working, but I've got a Dalek. I've got called a Dalek. I'll take that. It's quite nice if I get my sexy low voice on, because as I say, normally I get up to about a G. I've got an F on a sort of good day, but now I can go E, E flat, D, D flat, C, B, B flat. I mean, that's sort of getting crazy low. I mean, I drop when I get a cold. I drop like two and a half tones. No, I can't sing with any power, and it sort of starts. Normally, I can get up to like an F sharp or a G, and now I mean, I can get an F sharp. It's not very nice, but yeah, it's good for singing like Rachmaninoff and Puccini and stuff, like big bass arias. Ben sings Barry White. That could be fun. Anyway, thank you all for the love and best wishes. Very grateful. I didn't want to pull stream. And depending how I'm feeling, I might pull Thursday, because tomorrow is just a day of insanity. I've got the Freshers' Fair first thing, where I'm promoting my IRL quiz and my Game Night Live, which is week on Friday. I then got a funeral that I'm playing at 1. I've then got a music committee meeting at 2. I've then got a rehearsal for a concert at 4, and then after that I'm supposed to be going for a run with Pony. So yes, tomorrow is gonna finish me off. So depending how I'm feeling, I might pull Thursday. But it's Spotlight. There's not a pack game on Thursday, so I might do it, but I'll let you know in due course. But good evening to you all anyway, and thank you for all the love and good wishes. Good evening to Mark and Topper, Andrew, Pum and Ben, Energia, AV Me, Jogging Prugs, to Daru, hello Lingo and Dogfish. It's Otley raising the bar, James again, because I got to Plinko twice because I still haven't fixed that bug yet. Welcome. Stimson, Mr. Vertigo, Garrett, Puzzle Dan, Fernando, Toot. Garrett, Puzzle Dan, Fernando too. I've read that line twice now. That's how sick I am. Clearly, good evening to you. It is Shapes, Lupine, Odie, VC, Ramsey, Jack, Ape, Vision, Natter, Brand New Halo, Shadowman, Samson, Scorecamp, Claire, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me for this special sick edition of Game Night this evening. We are going to be playing Danger Zone. It's a pack written by me. I do like writing a Danger Zone pack. I tend to do. My pack output has diminished somewhat this season. I haven't done as many as I normally do, but I'm doing a Danger Zone, and I think I did do a Danger Zone last season. It's my baby. It's my first original, so it's always got a special place in my heart. DangerZone, yeah. So if you want to play, oh, hello. Don't type that code. No, don't type that because it's crashed. Why have you done that? Where have you crashed? Is that a Twitch lib thing? If it's not test mode client, oh, it's a client crash. I thought that got updated. Okay, we'll skip the opening credits. We'll do that again. Yeah, it's packed by me. I'm quite happy with this pack. The theming on it is, I think, rather nice. If you want to play, WFZA. And despite the raw throat and the general illness, it's not enough to stop me drinking and smoking. That's definitely, yeah, it's not that bad yet. Hello, Matt. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. So our Facebook timeline today told me it's a year and a day, I think, since we moved in, which is a bit mad. I don't know where the time goes, but yeah, I'm still here. It's painted now. Fucking hell. So yeah, all very exciting, all going on here. New tenants moving into the flat on Saturday, which is good, and a big sort of relief in terms of easing that. 366 days since you entered Casa de Royal Flats. Quite right. Yeah, new tenants moving into the flat on Saturday. I was just saying on the Twitters, we just fixed the mortgage for another 2 years, because we had an option of 2 or 5. It was fairly similar. 5 was slightly more expensive, but we fixed for 2 because there's still an outside chance we might sell it within the next 2 years. And if we had a 5-year fix, selling within 2 years would have been very expensive. Early settlement fees would have been about 4%, which is about $6,000 or something like that. But on a 2-year fix, if we sell within 2 years, it's only like 1%, which is a bit more manageable, because of course it's all tied up to the stamp duty penalty that we hit when we bought without selling. I know these are all very first world problems, I do appreciate that, but we did fix the mortgage, which is probably just as well given what's going on and how like mortgages, the interest Bank of England base rate is going through the sky at the moment. Hello G Isons, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Come join the game quick if you're not in already, because this one doesn't have any time entry on it. So yeah, once the lobby locks, you cannot join because I am not clever enough to figure out how it works. This is the long and short of it. But it's back written by me, DangerZone. 32 of you in so far, which is a nice number. Room for a couple more, if you fancy it. There's no MDM work with iPads. Oh, that's okay. Sit along and play along from home in the wings, as it were. Yeah, lurking's all good. You're very welcome to be here. Right, it's 8:20, so we'll get a shifty on, and I'll probably be off to bed in about an hour. So this is a pack written by me. There is a theme running through it, which I do hope you enjoy. And yeah, best of luck to you all 32 of you. The first round in Danger Zone tonight is Space. There he is, Space. That wasn't what I was going for reasons that will become clear in just a minute. Danger Zone size is 6, which means we will lose 6 players at the end of this round. You get 2 helps, as ever, per round. You can use one, but not both of them. You can multiply your points by whispering M after you've submitted your answer, A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can type N to nerf the question before you answer. Nerfing will give you a flat rate of half the number of points equal to half the number of players in the lobby. Multiplying will double the points that you get for it, and of course the faster you answer, the more points you get. So the first player to answer correctly gets 32, the next gets 31, the next gets 30, and so on. If you're wrong and you use your multiplier, double nothing is still nothing, so use them wisely. They are refreshed at the end of each round if you are still in the main game, so use them or lose them. You can use either help once per round, but not both. 15 seconds to get your answers in A, B, C, or D. Keep your eye on the chat and make sure you whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot. And I will give you a full disclaimer that in this round, one of the questions, it's the question I wrote first, but it may not come up first because I've put the shuffle on. Oh, GeForce Game Ready driver is available. Great. So if it crashes, it's because I need to update my graphics drivers. Hopefully we can get through the next hour without it doing anything. One of the questions that I've written for here is really hard. Really, really hard. But it was such a fabulous piece of trivia that I didn't know. That I felt obligated to share it with you all. So there is one question, it might come up first, it might not, we'll find out, that is particularly challenging, but I think you'll enjoy it all the same. If you're ready to play, good luck to you all. The category is Space. Let's play Danger Zone. Here we go, question 1. Space is big, really big, is a line from a novel by which author? Arthur C. Clarke, Douglas Adams, Frank Herbert, Terry Pratchett. Douglas Adams was the correct answer there. It's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, no less. Terry Pratchett authored the Discworld series, Arthur C. Clarke wrote 2001 A Space Odyssey, and Frank Herbert created Dune. That's what we wanted there. Quite a few players getting that one right. Who was fastest? Toot was first, Prue second, BC third, Ramsey was fourth, Lupine was fifth. And 4 players using multipliers as well. Prugs, Lupine, Toot, and Shadowmane. All 3 of whom were correct. Shadowmane was wrong. Multiplier and a wrong answer. That's bad fortune there. But well done if you did give me a right answer. Let's reorder the board. Orange, if you are tied in the danger zone, we can only lose 6, but we will go to a tiebreaker in the end if we need to. All 3 players have used the helps at the top. Let's go on to question 2. At the end of Portal 2, spoiler alert, the Space Corps gets stranded in space with Wheatley, a character voiced by which comedian? Robert Webb, Stephen Merchant, Ed Byrne, David Walliams. Stephen Merchant. That's the Space Corps. Yeah, I know you are. I know you're in space. We're both in space. Stephen Merchant was the answer, and my trivia there is just literally that space. No, this wasn't the really hard one. That's still to come. Only was fastest, Toot was second, Fernando third, Claire was fourth, Topper was fifth. Great game, Portal 2. If you've not played it, you should give it a look in. Matt nerfing on this one for the flat rate of 16. AV Me, Topper, Lingo, Natter, BC, Jogging, Brand New Halo, Claire, Vision, Oni, Fernando, and Jack all multiplying. And of those who multiplied, all were correct. Very well done. Let's reorder the board. We have a standard Danger Zone size now. Innes, Mark, Stimpson, Andrew, James, and Shadowmane are all in it. Still plenty of time to make it out, and of those players in the Danger Zone, 5 of them have still got help available. Toot currently leading, Claire in second, BC and Prug's tied up in third. Here's question 3. Oh, really? Portal 2 available for free. Nice. Which of these is a TV sitcom created, written by, and starring Simon Pegg and Jessica Stevenson? Spaceman, Spaced, Space Jam, Space Hopper. Spaced. Nice easy one there. Just spaced. Andrew with the late lock-in and then the multiplier. You would have been better off playing your nerf on that one, Andrew. Just getting 6 points because 3 doubled is 6, but a nerf would have given you 16. Just Ramsey and Matt getting that one wrong. Topper was fastest, Samster was second, Oni third, Toot was fourth, and Brand New Halo was fifth. Mr. Vertigo at Sotley, Ben, Dan, Andrew, Samster, and Riff all playing multipliers on that question. Remember, multiplier is more powerful the earlier you answer if you think you're confident you're correct. If you think lots of people are going to get it right and you're late to answer, a nerf is sometimes the best strategy. Let's reorder the board. 2 more questions in this round. Mark currently at the top of the danger zone, just 2 points behind Innes, who's in safety on 28. Mark on 26, both of whom have got helps available, as have 4 people over on the left-hand side, and another 2 people, James and Stimpson, in the danger zone. Toot with a strong lead. Still not had the really, really hard question. It'll either be this one or the next one. Good luck. Here's question 4. This is the one. I'm unhappy about the space between Smith and Jones. It's an example of what literary trope? Antanaclasis, episiuxis, conduplicatio, mesodiplosis. Yeah, that was the one. Well done if you got this, whether it was a guess or not. Prugs getting it right, fastest, and Colo's second for 32 and 31. Those are the only 2 to get it right. Ramsey, Tadario, Stimpson, and James all going for a nerf on that one for the flat rate of 16. Everyone else getting it wrong. So I once wrote a poem called Lexical Ambiguity, and if I could remember it, he had it, hadn't he? Or was it had who'd had it? Basically, the gist of the poem goes on to say that famous line, James, while John had the desired effect. And that is an example of an antanaclasis. My trivia here says, I know, start with an easy one. I didn't know this actually had a name, but I'm so pleased that it does. My favourite will always be John, whilst James had the desired effect. I wrote a poem based on this sentence in my 20s. Epesiuxis is use of a repeated word for vehemence or emphasis. For example, never, ever, 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 ever again. Conjuplicatio is the repetition of a word in various places throughout a paragraph, e.g. and the world said disarm, disclose or face serious consequences, and therefore we work with the world, we work to make sure that Saddam Hussein heard the message of the world. That's a George Bush speech. Mesodiplosis, which is one of my favourite words now, is the repetition of a word or phrase at the middle of every clause. For example, we are troubled on every side yet not distressed, we are perplexed but not in despair, persecuted but not forsaken, cast down but not destroyed. That's called a mesodiplosis. And I've written here, I'm fully expecting that nobody will know this without a lucky guess, but it's such a wonderful piece of trivia that I felt it had to be used somewhere. So there you go, every day's a school day. But well done if you did indeed know that. And Buffalo is the other one, which I've never quite managed to get my head around. Antanaclasis was the answer, and there's your grammar lesson over. Let's reorder the board. Interesting change up with one question to go. 8 Minky and Colo have still got helps available, as have Innes and Mark, the latter two in the danger zone. Proves takes the lead now with 134. Toot slips the second with 124. Ben and Claire tied in third with 108. Just a point between James at the top of the danger zone and Pum and Ben, one safe on 32. Ape has got that help available. He may want to use it. Innes and Mark almost certainly will, so maybe Ben and Ape have got some things to worry about. Possibly even Stimson Sangle up there on 38. We'll have to wait and see. Good luck to you all. Here is question number 5 on space. Spaceman Came Travelling is apparently a Christmas song by which artist? Phil Collins, Eric Clapton, Lionel Richie, Krista Berg. This is content. I don't quite understand why it's a Christmas song. I mean, it's not really written as a Christmas song. I mean, I suppose you could argue it's referencing that it's not the best Christmas song. It's not. You're just being silly now. It's fine. I quite like the Spanish Train album by Krista Berg. I've written here, I have no idea to this day why this is a Christmas song. Spanish Train was one of about 5 albums my parents used to play and repeat whenever we went on holiday. Pretty sure it was track 5 of 10. Yeah, so it's. I think it's sort of making a tangential reference to the Christmas story in it, but it's fine. But it's not the best. Anyway, quite a few players getting that one right. Oni was fastest, Toot was second, Sam's third, jogging fourth. Oni was fastest, Toot was second, Sam's third, Topper was fourth, and jogging was fifth. Mark and Colo both nerfing, and no, I beg your pardon. Mark and Colo both nerfing, they're just not together. Innes did play a multiplier and got it right. And that was all the helps that we used. 8 Minky is going to look to try and do the panda, which is no longer a thing in this game, but he's going to try and get through without burning his bridges. Let's see if it's going to work out for him. Let's reorder the board. Oh, but the nerf was not enough for Mark, who stays in the danger zone. Pum and Ben also slipping in there. 8 Minky does go to the bottom of the main tree, but doesn't quite slip in, survives through. First time playing Danger Zone 3, but it's going to be harder to ape in Danger Zone. Yeah, it is. It very much is, 8 Minky, because you get a help every round. Priggs finishes on top, 157. Toot is in second with 155, and BC finishes in third with 135. Very well done to you three. You will get a little boost going into the next round. And you'll be joined there by Claire, Oni, Lupine, Topper, Jogging, Samster, Brand New Halo, Natta, Jack, AB Me, Fernando, Dan, Colo, Innes, Lingo, Vision, It's Sotley, Mr. Vertigo, Riff Raccoon, Ramsey, Tadaro, Stimpson, and Apu. Scores will all be reset to 0. Very well played to you 26. You are through to round 2. We will see you there. Unfortunately, however, James, Mark, Ben, Andrew, Matt, and Shadowmane. Quite curious. I'm one of 3, but my mum's got 4 kids, 3 boys, 1 girl. Of the 3 boys, were called Andrew, Ben, and Matt. And the 3 of them next to each other. We're not in that order though. Andrew's the oldest. Ben, that's me, is the middle boy, and then Matt's the youngest boy, and then Maria's my younger sister. Mark is halfway towards Maria in terms of letters. Anyway, James, Mark, Ben, Andrew, Matt, and Shadowmane. Unfortunately, valiant effort from you all, but it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. There is our boneyard being created. Do keep playing though, because there is a medal for being king or queen of the boneyard. Highest number of questions correct at the end of the game in the boneyard will get a medal as well. And of course, all of the points that you earn will be converted into pennies at a rate of questions correct times by 10. So if you end up getting 19 out of 25, you will get 190 pennies at the end of it. So score's been reset to 0. Proves with his boost of 13. Toot's got 8, BC's got 6. We're down to 26 players. I'll reset your helps and we'll go on to round 2. That's space. It's now time for time. See what I did there? Helps have been reset to you all, so use them or lose them in this round. A nerf in this round will get you 13 points. That's half the number of players. Rounded up, but in this case it doesn't matter because I think we're going to have even players all the way through. So you'll get 13 points for a nerf here, and you can whisper M after you've submitted your answer to multiply your answer. No helps if you're in the boneyard, I'm afraid, but whisper M to multiply after you've answered. And remember, if you think it's going to be a question lots of people are getting and you've answered late, can be more powerful to nerf than to multiply, even if you're on for a dead cert. A little bit of strategy there to think about. Round 1 was space, round 2 is time. Good luck to you all. Let's play Danger Zone. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, is the opening line of which novel? Great Expectations, Martin Chuzzlewit, The Tale of Two Cities, or Bleak House? Was the blurst of times, you stupid monkey. Working on this bit round 1, I did fix the round order for reasons that may become clear. Yeah, it was the blurst of times. If you're a fan of The Simpsons, Tale of Two Cities was the answer by Charles Dickens. Tadaru fastest here, Fernando second, BC was third, Brand New Halo was fourth, and 8 Minky was fifth. Multiplies there played by Tadaru, Puzzle Dan, BC, Brand New Halo, and Fluid Fernando. Puzzle Dan multiplying on a wrong answer. That's a lost help there. Bad luck to you. Everyone else who played a multiply did get it right. Well done to Tadaru, who answered first. Let's reorder the board. And Tadaru will be yeeted as close to the top as he can. BC just 2 points ahead. 54, 52, and 50 to BC, Tadaru, and Fernando at the moment. Standard danger zone size of 6 just now. Still plenty of time to get your way out of it, especially if you've still got to help. Let's go on. Question 2. Feel lonely on the right. Get over to the left then, Topper. That's the goal. He released a 1983 song, Time After Time. Bonnie Tyler, Cyndi Lauper, The Bangles, or Cher? Cyndi Lauper's song, although the Quiet Drive cover is so much better, in my not-so-humble opinion. If you're lost, then you can look and you will find me. Time after time. Lovely song. Only was fastest, Toot was second, Sam's the third, 8 Minky was fourth, Tadaru was fifth. Lingo using a multiplier on a wrong answer there. Bad luck. That is not going to count for you. Other multipliers, Mr. Vertigo, Prugs, Sotley, Natter, Jogging, Claire, Vision, Toot, Oni, and Samster all getting double points for that question. Nicely done. Cyndi Lauper was the answer. Let's reorder the board. Yeah, it is a banger. Excuse me. Right, Toots at the top, tied with Tadaru, both on 74. Fernando with a very nice 69, and Oni's in third with 65. Riff, Jack, Colo, Dan, Lingo, and Topper currently in the danger zone. Dan and Lingo have burnt through their help, but 4 of those players have still got them available. James currently king of the boneyard with 5 questions correct after 7. Let's go on. Question number 3. Exact time for life is the slogan for which high-end watch brand? Omega, Tag Heuer, Patek Philippe, or Rolex? It's Omega. Based on the company's historical performance at the observatory trials, the famous slogan Omega, Exact Time for Life, was developed in 1931, and it sums up everything the watch company stands for. Who was fastest there? Puzzle Dan was fastest, followed by BC. Jack was third. Ape was fourth, and Mr. Vertigo was fifth. Stimson and Riff both playing nerfs there. No multipliers being played. Stimson and Riff getting the flat rate of 13 points. It's going to be enough for Riff to get out of the danger zone. Could be with Ramsey getting that one wrong. Let's see what happens when we reorder the board. We've still got an exact danger zone design. Lupine slipping in for the first time. Innis just a point clear, as is Vision just a point clear of the danger zone at the moment. Lupine does still have a help available at the top of the danger zone. Lupine, Riff, Ramsey, Colo, Lingo, and Topper still in the danger zone. Tadaru's at the top with 93. BC in second with 79. Toots in third with 74. Smattering of help still available. Ape up in sixth with a help still available is quite an impressive position to be. Let's see what happens as we go to question number 4. Omega, sorry, not Omega. Which of these commercial flights would see you arrive before you leave? Changi to Istanbul, Canberra to Wellington, Tokyo to Beijing, Hong Kong to San Francisco. Hong Kong to San Francisco. I like this question. I felt far too clever when I wrote this. Is it close enough to maths too that you can feel sad about it? Yeah, so Hong Kong to San Francisco is a 12-hour flight, but it crosses the international date line. So San Francisco is 15 hours behind Hong Kong. Time travel is awesome, so you'd actually arrive 3 hours before you leave. Canberra to Wellington is going west to east, so that wouldn't make any difference. Tokyo is an hour ahead of Beijing, but the flight is 4 hours, so you would lose an hour, but the flight is long enough that you still arrive after you leave. Changi's in Singapore, going to Istanbul. Changi is 11 and a half hours ahead of Istanbul and only a 5-hour time difference. So the only one there where you would arrive before you leave is Hong Kong to San Francisco. Is logic that's almost Matthew. Tokyo to Beijing as much. Yeah. 2 hours because shenanigans. I'm thinking in the wrong direction. Difficult one to try and get your head around in a short space of time, but well done if you did get that one. Samster was fastest there. ABME second. Vision was third. Lingo fourth. And Topper was fifth. ABME, Ramsey, and Jack all multiplying on that one. Ramsey multiplying on the wrong answer, though. Unfortunately, that's going to be a dead multiplier. And Lupine choosing to nerf for the flat rate of 13. Looks like you should creep above Innis here, Lupine, at the very least. Let's reorder the board and see what happens. Puzzle Dan and Innis dropping into the danger zone, though Innis still with the help available. Likewise Topper, likewise Colo as we come into the final question of the round. Puzzle Dan, Innis, Lingo, Ramsey, Topper and Colo in the danger zone at the moment. 4 points between Stimpson on 41 and Puzzle Dan at the top of the danger zone on 37. ABME with a lead of 111. BC in second with 98. Tadara's in third with 93. 8 Minky's in fourth on 88 with the help available. 8 Minky looking to steal the top and get his boost maybe, or is he going to try and go all the way without touching those helps? We will find out. Last question of the round. Here's question 5. The episode Once Upon Time featured in which 2021 Doctor Who serial? Atmos, Flux, Collision, Hydrax. It was Flux. Atmos is a MacGuffin in, I think I mentioned it in my Risky Business pack a few weeks ago. It is a MacGuffin in a Series 4 episode with the Sontarans. Collision was the title of an episode of Lost, Series 2, Lost Series 2, episode 6, I think. And Hydrax is something I made up that had an X in it. Flux was the answer. Typical Chibnall promises the Earth, delivers a small crater outside Mars, just by the capital city of Whittle. Who was fastest there? Ramsey getting in there first. Is that going to be enough to get him out of the danger zone? Oni was second, Natter was third, Topper was fourth, and Tadaru was fifth. Topper multiplying on that one with the right answer for 46 points. That could be a big old score there. Could be a big old jump there, rather. It is a big old score. It could be a big old jump. And Innis choosing to nerf for 13 points. Is it going to be enough with Stimpson and Riff getting that one wrong? Has Innis done enough to jump above that danger zone line? Let's find out. Let's reorder the board. Oh no, Innis! You stay in the danger zone. Topper, though, does manage to leap out and tie up with Prugs and Itzotli there, all finishing on 68. But unfortunately, there are 6 people in the danger zone and no ties. But ABME finishing in the lead with 130, Tadaru in second with 115, and Jack and Samset tying third with 101 each. You 4 will get a little boost going into the next round. And you'll be joined there by Claire, BC, Natter, Oni, Ape, Toot, Fluid Fernando, Halo, Prugs, Itzotli, Topper, Jogging, Mr. Vertigo, Vision, Lupine, and Puzzle Dan, whose scores will all be reset to 0. Very well done, you 20. You have amassed enough points to progress, and we will see you in round 3. However, But unfortunately, Ramsey, Riff, Innes, Stimpson, Lingo, and Colo, you're all in the danger zone. Just 3 points between Ramsey and Puzzle Dan, but it's not enough on this occasion. Please do continue playing from the Boneyard. 4 pennies and a chance at that coveted Boneyard medal, but for now, I'm afraid it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. James retaining the crown in the Boneyard. No new entering players taking that from him, but Colo, Ben and Riff all within a point of his crown. James with the lead of 7 in the Boneyard. 20 players go on to the next round. AB Me with a boost of 10. Tadari with 6. Jack and Samter each with a boost of 5. I'm going to reset your helps as we go on to round 3, which is power. Time. We've had space, we've had time, we've now got power. Nerf is worth 10 points in this round, as there are only 20 players left. Maximum of 20 points available, plus if you multiply it could be doubled up as much as 40. 5 questions, stay out of the danger zone. 6 players, no, more than that, 7 players are going to be eliminated at the end of this round. How does that work, game? 7 and then another 7 in the next round to leave us with 6 in the final. That's how it works. Good. What next? Money. Space and time and power and money. Maybe. You'll have to wait and see. Good luck to you all. Round 3 is power. Let's play Danger Zone. Me first. With great power comes great responsibility is an expression associated with which superhero? Superman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Batman. Answered so quickly you broke my audio source. Not everyone getting it right though. It's Spider-Man. Sorry, my camera's falling down. One of its feet has come off the transformer that it stands on. There we go. Yeah, with great power comes great responsibility. Originally an ancient adage used in the allusion of the sword of Damocles. That old tale, the spike of Damocles and the responsibilities of power. Spider-Man is what we wanted there. Odie was fastest, Toot second, BC third, Samps was fourth, Jogging was fifth. A lot of multipliers being played here. Proogs, Natter, BC, Jogging, Halo, Vision, Lupine, Toot, Odie and Samster. Proogs unfortunately plumping for the wrong answer with his multiplier, so that's dead help right there. Bad luck. Still plenty of time to get yourself out of the hole though. 4 questions to go. Let's reorder the board. Got a standard danger zone size of 7. It's Otley and AB Me teetering on the precipice with 10 points. Tadara at the top of the boneyard, top of the danger zone with 6. Claire, Nessa, Vertigo, Proogs, 8, Minky, Puzzle Dan and Fernando yet to score. Most of those have still got the help available. 10 players have used helps out of 20, so half using it on the first question. Going to be a very interesting rest of the round. Let's go on to question 2 on power. Which party is currently in power in Australia? Green, Labour, Liberal or Nationals? Most of us getting that one right. Labour. Anthony Albanese is the current Prime Minister. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Topper was fastest, only second. BC third, Toot was fourth and Lupine was fifth. Jack, it's Sotley and Puzzle Dan all using multipliers on this one, and all 3 of them correct as well. Tadari going for a nerf for the flat rate of 10 points. Might be enough to boost out the danger zone. May not be though, because it was quite a well-attended question. Samson Jogging, Mr. Vertigo and Fluid Fernando getting that one wrong. Labour is the answer. Let's reorder the board. Yeah, not quite Tadaro, but still puts you top of the danger zone, but unfortunately not out of it just yet. Oni with the lead of 59, Toots in second with 55, BC's in third with 54. 7 players in the danger zone, Tadaro 8, Dan, Proves, Claire, Mr. Vertigo, Fluid, Fernando. 4 of those players have still got helps as well, with 3 questions to go. Could still make a lot of difference. For the players in green, it's only Topper and AB Me who's just above the danger zone, who've got their help available. Let's see what happens. James and Riff currently tied for Monarch of the Boneyard. Let's go on to question number 3. Oh, is it Burmese? Albanese. My bad. Burmese. What is 5 raised to the 5th power? 3,125, 25, 120, 15,625. Hello, Lewis. Welcome to the stream. Bit of maths for you there. Puzzle Dan was fastest, Oni second, BC third, Lupine fourth, and Tadaru was fifth. AB, me and Claire using multipliers on that one. Both of them wrong, unfortunately. Mr. Vertigo going for the nerf for the flat rate of 10. More questions catered to 2, yeah. It wasn't my train of thought, but yeah. We stand numbers. Yeah, suddenly getting that one. We're getting 14 points there. Yeah, so 5 raised to the 5th power is 5 to the power of 5. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, 3,125. 25 would be 5 squared, or 5 to the 2nd power. 120 is 5 factorial, 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And 15,625 is 5 to the power of 6. Third highest option, a solid strategy. 25 times 5, it's 625 on the 3rd power, so then I was easy. How'd that work out for you, Ape? Bad luck, my dude. Let's reorder the board. Oh, first tie of the game. Jogging and Tadaru currently tied in the danger zone with 32 apiece. 1 point behind Topper, who is safe at the moment and has got a help, and 1 point behind Puzzle Dan, who's on 34, who doesn't have a help. We can only lose 7 this round, so that tie will be resolved at the end of the round if it hasn't been resolved naturally already. Still 2 questions with which to break it, though. Only at the top with 78, BC's in second with 72, Lupine's in third with 57. Going on, question number 4. 5 out of 7 would try again. In the late 1980s, Joseph Nye became the first person to make reference to what? Soft power, power dressing, knowledge is power, or power vacuum? Jers, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you. Hope you're well. Soft power. 1980s it was in a book he wrote, I believe. Soft power is the ability to co-opt support rather than coerce it. So soft power. The monarch, or particularly the queen, was said to have an awful lot of soft power in that she doesn't give orders, but she could say something in a speech and people would take note. Best example of that I can think of is just before the Scottish referendum, the Queen said something to the tune of, "I hope the people of Scotland consider their decision carefully." And it wasn't you read between the lines, I think it's fairly obvious she was saying, I think you should stay together as a union. She couldn't come out and say that because she was politically neutral. That is an example of soft power in action, and the Scottish people did indeed vote to remain in the union. Jack Wilfred was the fastest there. Lupine was second. Brand New Hater was third. No helps at all being used. Not keen on international relations, fair enough. No helps being used at all there. There are still 3 in live play. Topper, Ape, and Fernando. 2 of those players are in the danger zone with 1 question to go. Let's reorder the board. Jack jumping up to 4th here. Lupine jumping to 2nd. Only retaining the lead with 78. Lupine 76 in 2nd. BC's in 3rd with 72. Still got that tie between Jogging and Tadaru. Both of them on 32. Topper's got a help available. Nerf doesn't necessarily guarantee him a place out of the game because it only increases him by 2 places if he nerfs for 10 points, which still puts him within 4 of the danger zone. So there's some bigger points going out elsewhere, particularly possibly from Ape, maybe from Fernando, who could get up to 40. In fact, at this point in time, Claire and Mr. Vertigo, you cannot hope to get out of the danger zone, very sadly, but do still answer the question if you like. Question number 5. Good luck to you all. Who starred as Oz in the 2013 Sam Raimi film Oz the Great and Powerful? Zach Braff, Johnny Depp, Tobey Maguire, James Franco. Hi, babe. Okay. You okay? Cool. I'll only be probably half hour or so. Second?
Going out.
Oh, you're going out?
Yeah.
Taking the dog out?
No, I'll be back soon. I've just got to go drop some boots at Sarah's house.
Okay, fine. Won't be long. You had your dinner?
Yeah, it's really good.
Cool.
Sorry to disturb, guys. We haven't seen each other all day.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I'll see when you get back, though. James Franco was the correct answer to this one, Oz the Great and Powerful, whose full name is apparently Oscar Zoroaster Fardrig Isaac Norman Henkel Emmanuel Ambrose Diggs. This is his full name, portrayed by James Franco in the 2013 film Oz the Great and Powerful. 8 Minky was fastest. Fluid Fernando was second. Only third. BC fourth. Samster was fifth. Fluid Fernando playing the multiplier on that one. Might be enough, because it was a fast answer. Second player to answer, 38 points. But players above him in the danger zone getting it right. It could be very interesting here. ABME proves and Tadaru's fate is sealed. Puzzle Dan and Vision might have to worry. Natter might even have to worry, and I think Topper might have to worry as well. Topper using the nerf for the flat rate of 10. This is going to be a really interesting resolution here. Let's find out what happens when we reorder the board. And Topper did not have to worry. Topper plays on an 8 Ninky. Top of the danger zone, but the danger zone nevertheless. And with that little help there, could have been used. But on the other side of the line, Fluid Fernando has gone and gotten out of the danger zone from 0, jumping up to 38 on that last question. Just shows you the swings in this game. Very well done, Fernando. You are through to the next round. Only finishes on top with an inverse nice of 96. BC second with 89. Lupine in third with 76. You three, congratulations. You'll get a little boost going into the next round. And you'll be joined there by Halo, Samster, Jack, Itsotley, Toot, Natter, Jogging, Topper, Vision, and Fernando. Very well played, all 13 of you. One more round awaits you. However, unfortunately, Ape, Dan, Tadaru, Proves, Mr. Vertigo, Claire, and AB Me. Solid efforts all round. But unfortunately, it's not enough points at this stage. It is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. And then there were 13. Claire, the queen of the boneyard at the moment. 1 point clear of James, Proves, Pummer Ben, and Riff Raccoon. Currently on 11. Takes the crown in the boneyard. Can she hang on to it? We'll have to wait and see with 2 rounds to go. Only starts on 6, BC on 4, Lupine on 3, everyone else resetting to 0. We will lose slightly more than half of the players at the end of this round. 13 players remain. Only 6 can go through to the final. The 4th round is energy, space, time, power, and now energy. Same drill as before. Nerfing in this round. This is the only round, in fact, where the nerf is rounded down, because the nerf is half the number of players rounded down. So this is the only place where that applies. 6 points if you nerf in this round. You can still multiply for double points, giving you a potential maximum of 26 points for any one question, 13 for the rest. Claire is queen of the boneyard, and all your helps have been reset. Good luck to all 13 of you. Round 4 is energy. Let's play Danger Zone. Which of these is an energy drink? Monster energy, vampire energy, ghost energy, werewolf energy. See everyone who attempted at getting it right. Yes, Monster Energy. I think this is probably the easiest question in the round, if not in the game. Having never drunk one in my life, I have nothing to say on this subject, so I'll move on rapidly. Monster Energy was the right answer. Samster was fastest, Jogging was second, BC third, only fourth, Lupine was fifth. And BC, Jogging, Vision, Lupine, and Samster all multiplying there and all correct. Though Vision, no, Vision's still better off using the multiplier there rather than the nerf, getting 8 points rather than 6. Let's see what that does to the board. It's coming down to speed. Natter and Vision with a tie, both on 8 points, and then a bit of a gap opening up to Oni in the safety zone at the moment with 16. Natter, though, still with a help available, as have all the players in the red of the danger zone. Top of Fernando, Halo, Jack, Itsotley, and Toot. BC and Samster at the top with 26 apiece. Lupine's Jogging rather is in second with 24. Lupine's in third with 21. Let's go on. Question number 2. Einstein's famous formula, E equals mc squared. What does the C represent? Mass, the speed of light, energy, or power? Hello, Riff. The speed of light, energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. The universal constant is what that C stands for. It's a speed of like approximately 300,000 kilometers per second. All players in live play other than Jogging and Natter getting that one right, though Natter choosing to nerf for the flat rate of 6. Jogging getting that one wrong. Toot was fastest. Fernando was second. BC was third. Samster fourth, and Jack was fifth. And Toot, Fernando, and Jack all multiplying on that question for very high points. Toot getting the maximum 26, Fernando next maximum 24, and Jack picking up a hefty 18 as well. Claire extending her lead. Actually, not extending lead. There's a few people with 12 creeping up behind her, but Claire's still in the lead in the boneyard. Let's reorder the board. we've resolved that tie. BC at the top with 37, Samster a point behind on 36, Fernando's in third with 30, Toot, Lupine and Jogging all safe for now. Just a point separating Jogging and Oni. Might be the first time Oni's been in the danger zone actually, but still with the help available. Topper, brand new Halo and it's slightly also with helps available at the other end of the danger zone. Natter, Vision and Jack also trying to get out of there. 3 more questions. Let's go on to the next. How much energy would it take to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius? 42,000 joules, 42 joules, 4,200 joules, or 420 joules? You will if you get it right, Jack. There you go. 42 joules. So this is a relativity question disguised as a science question. Specific heat capacity of water is 4,200 joules per kilogram per degree Celsius. So it would require 42 joules to raise the temperature of 1... Hey? I might have got my thing wrong there. 4,200 joules per kilogram per degree Celsius. 42. Something may have gone wrong there, either with the question or with my trivia. I'm not quite sure. I care now as well. Let me look at my citation, see if I've written down the right thing. No, that's a mea culpa. I've written the wrong thing down on that. It should have been something else. So I'm not going to dwell onto that. Apologies, this pack wasn't proofed actually, which is how that's snuck through. That's a clerical error. I've typed the wrong thing in the wrong box. Apologies for that. I'll move on rapidly. For what it's worth, Oni fastest, Jack second, Jogging third, Fernando fourth, and it's subtly playing a nerf. 2 joule, kilojoule confusions. It might be that I've been mixing up my joules and my kilojoules. I think it's 42 kilojoules is actually what the answer should have said, and that's probably what I should have written down. But I'm going to move on from that question because there's nothing to do about it at this stage. Fernando at the top with 40, BC in second with 37, Oni in third, tied third with 36, as is Samster. Just a point ahead of Jogging on 35, and Jack 2 points behind now out of the danger zone on 33. Oni still with the help available, as is Topper, as has brand new Halo. 2 questions. Hopefully, these all pan out accurately. Let's take a look at the next. Question 4. Which electronic duo released a 2020 hit single Energy, Daft Punk, Basement Jaxx, The Chemical Brothers, or Disclosure? That was Disclosure. The only thing I've got noted down there is that Daft Punk disbanded in 2021. I've not heard of them either. It's very difficult finding questions. I decided on the theme of the pack, and actually I was getting a struggle to find disambiguation questions on Energy, but I did what I could. It's giving a nice mix of them. Who was fastest? Toot was fastest, Jogging second, Lupine was third. Halo nerfing on that one for 6, only multiplying with a wrong answer. That could be a dangerous move. We'll have to find out what happens as we reorder the board. Dropping to 5th, or tied 4th actually, with Samster, both on 36, and both 1 point ahead of Lupine, who is in the danger zone. Only Topper with the help left, could potentially get 26 points, which is take up to 38. It is not over yet for Topper. It is, however, sadly over for Itzotli, Natter, Vision, and Halo, who cannot hope to achieve a score that would take them out of the danger zone. Jogging's at the top with 47, Toot and Fernando with 40, BC with 37. Let's go on to question number 5. Good luck. Though the term energize is formally used for transporter commands, which of these lines has never been said in Star Trek? Have Scotty beam us up, Scotty beam us up fast, prepare to beam us up Mr. Scott, or beam me up Scotty? it's one of those Mandela effect things. The phrase "beam me up, Scotty" has never been used in any Star Trek canon other than in a canonically disputed Star Trek novel. All of the others can be seen in one of these nice videos that's compiled them all together. The closest Kirk comes to saying it is in Star Trek IV: The Journey Home, when he says, "Scotty, beam me up," but not "beam me up, Scotty." All the other three are said, but he never says, "Beam me up, Scotty." Jogging, Natter and Topper getting that one wrong. Top of their ceiling is fate. Everyone else was right. Samson was fastest, only second. Brand new Halo third. It's S08E fourth, and Jack was fifth. Claire still leading the boneyard. Let's reorder the board. And there we have our finalists. Samsa finishing at the top with 49. Oni and Fernando both with 48. Toot and Jogging both with 47. And Jack a point ahead of Lupine and BC on 42. Very well done. You are our 6 finalists. It does mean that we have to say goodbye to Lupine, BC, Brand New Halo, it's Sotley, Vision, Natter and Topper. Splendid game from all of you. No mean feat to get to round 4 of Danger Zone. But unfortunately, it is the end of the round. You are in the Danger Zone, which means we have to say goodbye. So, time for the final. Points have been calculated for our 6 remaining players. Don't worry about that. Claire's above the boneyard. You'll go back down below it in a minute. Claire is one of the bugs that it was causing me more of a headache to try and fix it than it would be to just leave it there and let it resolve itself. It doesn't, at least it doesn't break the game. Points have been calculated. That's a handy suggestion, Topper. I'll read that in a minute. And Not a Cat, welcome to the stream. Points have been calculated by the number of questions each player has given right, so minus the number of times they have appeared in the Danger Zone. So if they've got 15 questions right and they've been in the Danger Zone 3 times, they'll start with 12. And Oni and Samsa have got an advantage with 12, a point ahead of 2 on 11, a point ahead of Jack on 10, and a point ahead of Jogging on 9, with 5 points ahead of Fernando on 4. But with 6 points available per question, it is still anybody's game because there are 30 points up for grabs in this final round, which is General Knowledge. General Knowledge is the category. Multipliers and nerfs are inactive. It's all on your knowledge and your speed. And I will tell you now, the answers are not in the same order each time. Tie for the boneyard at the moment. Claire and Lupine both vying for supremacy in the boneyard. Joint monarchs at the moment with 15 points apiece. Good luck to you all. Gold, silver and bronze and a boneyard medal available. The category is General Knowledge. Let's play Danger Zone. (1973), Jim Croce sang about what in a bottle? Time, space, energy or power? Four getting it right. Toot fastest, Samsa second, Jogging third, Oni was fourth. If I could say time in a bottle. Something like that. Yeah. I'd sing it at a funeral once, I think. Well done if you got that right. The answer was time. Time in a bottle. Jim Croce. That's how it's pronounced, apparently. Let's reorder the board. Toot and Samsa tied at the top. Oh, we've got a 4-way going on between AB, me, Claire, Riff and Lupine. 15 points each out of 21 questions. 15 questions out of 21, I should say. Toot and Samsa leading with 17. Oni's in second with 15. Jogging on 13. Jack on 10. Fernando on 4. On we go. Question 2. Which of these would score 9 points when played without bonus tiles in a standard game of UK Scrabble? Time, space, energy or power? That would be space, would get you 9. The S is 1, the P is 3, that's 4, and then 1 for 5, plus 3 for the C is 8, plus 1 for the E is 9. Energy and power would be 10 and time would be 6. Oni was fastest there, Samster was second, everyone else getting it wrong, including all of the leaders. So we've now got a 6-way in the boneyard. Let's reorder the board. All of those crowns. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Samster's at the top with 22. Oni's in second with 21. Toot drops to third with 17. Jogging still on 13. Jack still on 10. Fernando still on 4. Let's go on to question number 3. What was the category of round 2 of Danger Zone today? Space, power, time, or energy? That would be time. It went space and then time and then power and then energy. C, time was the answer. Jack was fastest, Toot was second, Samster was third. That's your callback question is what my notes say there. Fernando jogging and only getting that one wrong. Jack fastest, Toot second, Samster was third. Let's reorder the board. 2 questions left tonight. Samster with the lead of 26. Toots in second with 22. Oni's in third with 21. 12 points still available. Jogging can hope to get second place with 25. Jack, Oni, Toot or Samster could still win this. Fluid Fernando is now out of medal contention, and we've got 4 players tied as Monarch with 16 points each in the Boneyard. Let's go on. Question number 4. Let's go to memory. I'm ashamed, Jogging. Which of these is not the name of one of Marvel's 6 Infinity Stones? Time, power, space, or energy? Toot was fastest for 6, Jack was second for 5, everyone else was wrong, and Lupine is going to take sole custody of the crown in the Boneyard, moving up to 17. Energy is the answer there. Space, time, power, reality, mind, and soul is the 6 Infinity Stones. So time, power, and space are. Energy is not. Let's reorder the board. Toot's back on top with 28. Just needs a that's not going to be quite as simple as that. But Samson's in second with 26. Jack and Oni tied in third with 21. Any of those 4 could... no, I tell a lie. Samster or Toot can now win it. Jack and Oni can now only hope for a silver medal. Jogging and Fernando are now out of the medal runnings, but Lupine is top of the Boneyard with 1 question left. Good luck to you all. Here's the final question of the game. Funny, Jers, funny. Which word features in a Fox Kids TV show that debuted on August 28, 1993? Energy, power, space, or time? Oh, this is interesting. Toot's got it wrong, but Samster's got it right. As has Oni, as has Jogging. Samster fastest, Oni second, Jogging fourth. Yeah, it was. It could have been one because there was obviously one repeated answer, but only one. I repeated time, but I hadn't used power in the final at that point, and the show in question would be the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yes, indeed. Lupine getting that one right and ascending to glory in the Boneyard. Power was the answer. Let's reorder the board for the final time. And there's our results. The winner in the Boneyard with 18 questions out of 25 correct is the Lupine one. Very well done. You will get your Boneyard medal. And in our main game, Fernando finishes in 6th with 4 points. Jogging in 5th with 17. Jack Wilfred in 4th with 21. Well done to you 3. Gallant plays all. And your points or your questions correct will be multiplied by 10. It won't be those numbers, but something like that. Bronze medal going to Oni, who finishes on 26 points. A silver medal, he's been up and out of the top spot quite a few times, but finishing in second place with 28 points is now cut that out. But the winner tonight, the gold medalist, the champion of Danger Zone, with a massive 32 points, is Samster Samster. And as Prugs is saying, yes, a very handsomely scoring Boneyard this evening, with Lupine taking the crown, 18 out of 25. And 4 players there, each on 17. AB, me, Claire, Prugs, and Riff. 8 Minky at Sotley, Mr. Vertigo, Natta, Ben, and Ramsey all getting 16. So very, very, very close run there. But it's Samster who takes the gold in the main game. Apologies for that. One erroneous question in round 4, and apologies, that did make a difference to the game. This is why I should get things proofed. Yeah, that's the end of the game. However many questions you got right, times it by 10. So everyone in the Boneyard basically add a 0 to the end of your number that you see, and that's the number of pennies you'll get. At the top of the game, you'll just have to take my word for it that the computer's working correctly. But I hope you enjoyed the question back. I certainly enjoyed writing. It's always fun to write to a theme. Yeah, well done. Well done, everyone there. Well done. Right, I'm going to roll the credits, we're going to beat the beat, and then I'm going to call it a night. Nothing spontaneous tonight. I know it's early, but this was all that was ever planned for tonight. The idea is that Tuesdays and Thursdays are moderately shorter than the other streams. So this is going to be it for this evening. Nothing spontaneous because I'm feeling like garbage. I've got my pub quiz for Sunday, which I'll need to. Don't be daft, Topper. Spontaneous, the hive. I haven't got enough hype in me to do that. I haven't got a question bag either, not a new one. So I could test out the app, but I'm testing it at the Freshers Fair tomorrow, not with the actual pack. I think it's good to go. So that's all good. Yeah, I need to go rest. I need to beat the bee first though. And before I do any of that, I need to roll the credits and add on your pennies. My trader, hello. Yeah, Freshers Fair, spontaneous face-off. Don't know about all that. Yeah, Freshers Fair is Freshers Week at the uni at the moment, where I'm now both the pub quizmaster and the course leader for this new degree, which I found out about like a week ago. So I'm going to be in a little bit this week, and then obviously hosting the quiz, which is sold out, incidentally, on Sunday. So that'll be good fun. Anyway, let me roll the credits. That'll add your pennies on and your medals and whatnot. We'll try and beat the bee, and they'll have an early night. Stuff probably going on in Bash's stream and roundabouts. So but I'll see you after the break for Beat the Bee. Congratulations to Samster, you're our Danger Zone champion. Oh, there we go. Oh, apparently that camera's still on. Right, pennies should have been added on. Let's move that into there. Let's close the build and give you some danger pennies as well at the end of the night. Another 37 pennies for you. Good. Let's press the magic sort button and they will be sorted, and that can be closed, and they've already been moved to the used folder, I believe, so that can be closed, and all is well. Right, beat the bee time. Time shock? Feeling time shock tonight. We haven't started yet. Calm down, VLC. Time shock, beat the bee time. Can it be done? I gave myself an easy ride on Saturday. What's this? Free for a quick call. Might be easier to explain on the phone.
Oh, for goodness sake! Oh.
Oh. So Coronation Street memes. I love it. Oh yeah, Paul, if we get a let me see if I can get a prediction going. Prediction Buzz start prediction. I think that's all I need to do. Buzz, Ben win, Ben lose. Oh, I can't see it on there. Hang on. Possible outcome, Ben win, Ben lose. Buzz, submission period, 2 minutes. Got it. There you go. Alright, so it's Time Shock, which is the classic 1 minute 18. And hello, Colo. Welcome to stream. I say welcome to stream, but you've been here all night. I know you have to. It's just coming up in the chat for the first time. While you're getting your predictions in, let me tell you about what's going on the rest of the week. Bash has just got the one stream this week, and it's tomorrow. And it's Wipeout and Secret Fortune. Wipeout and Secret Fortune with Bash. Tomorrow evening from 8 o'clock over on his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AT_Bash. You've then got Topper, who's back on Sunday with Strike It Lucky and Moneybags. Strike It Lucky and Moneybags. Apologies, won't be there for that one as I'm back to my IRL pub quiz. Don't forget, you've got QNL coming up in just just a few weeks' time, weekend of 15th, 16th of October. So that'll be fun. I'll be there. I'm working on the builds at the moment for that, so that'll be great fun. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, I mean, season finale is not a million miles away because I'm doing a sort of finale week because normally my to go full screen. Oh yeah, good point. What do I want? That is full screen. That's as full screen as I can get it. I think that's as full screen as I can get it without setting up a new profile. There's game with cam, which is no good. There's just monitor, which is no. Yeah, I've no idea why that's not working. I'll have to look into that. Could you note it in suggestions, Proves, and I'll get that fixed. So finale, because I'm not doing a finale on a Saturday because it coincides with QNL, I'm sort of doing a pre-finale week. So I'll be doing an extra stream on the Monday. This is week beginning the 10th of October. So I'll be streaming the 10th, the 11th, Monday the 10th, Tuesday the 11th, and Thursday the 13th of October. With that Thursday acting as the season finale. So that's just a couple of weeks away until finale week, so do pop along for that. Thursday, on this channel, we've got apparently Twitch Plays Wordle and Spotlight, which I might pull. I'm going to see very much... yes, fair, Jizz, fair. I'm very much going to see how I'm feeling. And if I'm not feeling any better, I might pull that. It might be fun to do it anyway, I don't know. I'll see how I feel, but keep an eye on the Discord. Saturday, Number Wang and a triple bill of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, packs from Shadowmane, Sam and Mrs. Flush on Saturday. Mrs. Flush is, I think, 6 questions light. She was writing it last night. We put the fireplace on. It was very nice. She was working on one thing and I was writing questions for my quiz on Sunday. A question writing together session, but of course she wasn't sharing the answers with me because that would defeat the point of Ask the Host. And if you're just here on Tuesdays, next Tuesday we've got Hacker and the final heat of The Bridge. It's going to be the penultimate appearance of The Bridge, having been sort of the flagship game for this season. Yes, and the final of that is going to be the following Thursday at the Season 8 finale. We've got... I can't even remember. Mark, Natter, and is it a run, I think? Mark, Natter and a run, possibly, in the final so far. Yeah. So, one more space available. So that's next. That's going to be next Tuesday. So all of the things going on, but keep an eye on the Discord as ever if you want more information on that. And next week's bridge pack is going to be coming from Itsotley as well. So I'm assuming the prediction is done while I've been rabbiting away. Let's have a look and see. 9 players backing me to win, 6 players backing me to lose. Relatively evenly split money, 22,000 on me to win and 12,000 on me to lose. Yeah, we're going to go raid afterwards. Who's online? No, Dan tonight. Oh, we'll go raid Bricks. Bricks is doing Worms 2 tonight. Change it from Worms Armageddon. So we'll go raid him in a minute. Get your ideas for your raid messages in, probably just sickness or something like that. Anyway, best of luck. Whichever way you have backed me. It's time to beat the bee. Time shock. Nearly. I beated the bee, so I did. Oh, space-time power energy. Yeah, that's a very good raid message. 1 minute 8.32. That's not bad. Not bad. Like black magic. What? The solving the cube? No, that's just practice. Practicing algorithms. That's all it is. Down with the sickness. Now I'm going with space-time power energy is going to be the raid message. We're going to go say hello to Ruffle Bricks, doing a bit of Worms too. Stuff may be going on over in Ash's Discord server as well. There's often stuff going on post-game, especially when I finish a bit early, so pop on over there. And of course, do come join our Discord as well over here. Come hang out, it'd be lovely to have you. Thank you everyone for putting up with me tonight. Again, apologies for that stray question that sort of snuck through this evening. That was my bad. But very grateful to you for coming to join me, cheering me up a little bit. And I know I'm not feeling particularly fly at the moment, but this time power energy, not one of Daft Punk's best. Yeah, true. Oh yeah, I've got to finish the prediction, haven't I? Let me do that. Choose outcome, then win. Complete prediction. Complete prediction. There you go. We'll go raid Ruffle Bricks, and thank you all very much for joining this evening. Should be back Thursday, but again, just check the Discord. I'll see how I'm feeling. We'll go from there. Until next time, stay healthy. Unlike what I'm doing right now. Be splendid and wonderful and marvellous to each other, as always. Keep your trivia going, and until next time, I've been Royal Flush. You've been watching Game Night. Take care. Peace out, and good night.
If you please, and I could not find it, and I am gutted.